It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
Fearless, maybe. Just a guy that, can be trusted down the stretch. Yeah, those two things. I think those two things are most important. Like a guy that's going to step into the moment with confidence, and that gives everyone else confidence. And then a guy that everyone trusts to make a right play.
That's Oklahoma City Thunder Shea Gillis. Alexander SGA wants to be remembered as someone who came up big in clutch moments. Oklahoma City up 2-0 on the Suns. He had 37 points and 9 assists as the Thunder beat the Suns 120-107, so they lead the series 2-0. It's a 1 versus an 8, and these tend to be pretty predictable, PK. Not always, but this one certainly is.
Oh, yeah. Predictable as the sun rising in the east, buddy.
And Detroit, the other 1 seed, beat Orlando, the 8 seed in the East. That series now 1-1 after a 98-83 win for Detroit. Why didn't they do that in Game 1? Who knows? They didn't, but they restore order. The series now 1-1.
One of the mysteries of the world.
Exactly. Now, Jalen Williams did live Game 2 for the Thunder. He had some kind of third-quarter injury there. They were without him earlier this year, PK. They're pretty deep, but nonetheless, a little cause for concern right there.
Yeah, I'm not ready to hit the panic button, buddy.
Adam Silver with expansion looming in Seattle and Las Vegas. People wonder what the future is for the Memphis Grizzlies, and Silver suggests Nashville games. Wow, shades of the Utah Jazz playing in Las Vegas, of Kansas City playing in Omaha years ago.
Well, I don't think you need to go years ago. I think you can go San Antonio playing in Austin as current times. So I think that's what he's looking for. It's not anything that's old-time stuff. It's something that's happening now.
More games coming up tonight. If you're ready for a little more NBA basketball, and with the 1s and the 8s taking the night off, maybe it'll be a little more competitive. Knicks and Hawks are tied at a game apiece. Nuggets and Timberwolves are tied at a game apiece. They both have a game 3. And Cleveland in Toronto, they lead the Raptors 2-0. So a triple header tonight. All those games on Prime Video tonight. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
I want to be a best quarterback. And so my goals, yes, that was a good stepping stone for me, but, that wasn't the last stepping stone. And so being able to grow off of last year and be able to progress in ways that I want to, that last year wasn't really anything. It was a good year, and we got many more good years coming up.
Caleb Williams. They're moving forward, but they're not where they want to get yet. Caleb's saying the right things right there.
It was a very promising season to look forward to several good years, as he says. I mean, they've got something that is evidence now. It's in the books. It's proven what they can do, and it was very good. It was a gigantic leap forward for them, so I understand his level of optimism.
Yep, saying all the right things, and got a coach, Ben Johnson, who did good things as the offensive coordinator in Detroit. Now had a good year 1 as the head coach in Chicago. Maybe they're on to something there. NFL draft starts tonight. Got a lot of anticipation for this, PK? Tracking the local guys? Or it's just something to channel surf into?
Well, I don't have an NFL team, so I don't look at it from that perspective, but I treat these drafts the same every year. The level of intrigue for me doesn't really change. I got a couple of guys here in the offensive line for the Utes are expected to go in the first round, and it's just a question of where, not necessarily. I guess when would be the factor too. But from everything we've been reading now for over a year, and Fano seemed like this was just something that was going to happen for 2 years now, and both these guys leaving eligibility on the table, as they should, because this is the opportunity now to do something that they've been dreaming about and working forward, so there was no need to play college ball anymore. So from that perspective, I'm not intrigued because I know they're going to go, But if you want to go where, in this case, where and when are the same thing, I guess you can have intrigue. And I'm sure they have a lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
It always thought it would be weird. You wake up on a morning of the draft, you have a really strong idea you're going to go in the first round, but you don't know necessarily where. You may have an idea of 2, 3, maybe even 4 teams, who knows, because of the conversations you've had, although that doesn't always pan out. And then from that perspective, tonight or probably tomorrow, since I'm more and more tomorrow, you're going to be on a plane somewhere. And that's weird. I know I've got to go. I've never had that in my life. I know I'm going to be on a plane tomorrow, but I don't know where it's going. That would be kind of bizarre.
That would be. My life is about to hit the fork in the road. But where?
Yeah.
The phone's going to ring, and someone's going to be on the other end, and they're going to totally reshape my life.
Yeah, and then I'm on my way, and then there you go from there. That's got to be, for those individuals, I mean, really, you could say for just about everyone but Mendoza that he knows where he's going to go,
right,
obviously, and he's not going to be at the draft. There's something with his mother, I read, and he wants to be in Florida. But other than that, and it's a big party, and they show the people in the stands. You could draft someone you never heard of, but if you're a Carolina Panthers fan and they choose that guy, they show the section of Carolina fans, and they go nuts. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I do think in the case of the Utes, for all the noise about, hey, let's not get too excited about recruiting because guys we've never heard of blow up and have great careers, and then there are the guys who you think are going to be great, but they end up transferring. But there's a couple of stories of 2 guys who were highly recruited and thought of and talked about and delivered on it, and delivered to the level that they're out of here a year early, and everybody thinks it's a great idea. That's the Cinderella story that everybody wants to have happen, and there's so many stories now that don't match it, but those 2 guys have done it.
Yeah.
All right, round 1 tonight, round 2 and 3 tomorrow, and then they will wrap up the NFL draft on Saturday. The other news, Mike Vrabel is seeking counseling. He's not going to be with the Patriots for the draft day. And the Cowboys say they won't talk long-term deal with George Pickens. Lots of speculation that they might draft a receiver. They had a really bad defense last year near the bottom of the league. The offense was up the top, and the defense was down at the bottom. But they might draft a wide receiver and just let Pickens play out this last year and let him move on and have someone else come in, or maybe even try to trade him. So we'll see what the Cowboys do. One of the intriguing storylines.
Yeah, I don't get the Vrabel thing, and I don't care about what's going on off the field. That I know it's been sensational, but it really has no interest to me. I mean, morally, it's disgusting if that's the way it turned out because these individuals are married. They didn't break any laws, so. But I find it sort of odd that you need counseling on the 3rd day. You couldn't wait to the 4th day or the 5th day. You needed to do it that day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he had it planned and it just got announced, or if it's planned now, why it wasn't planned earlier. But like you said, it's not. We said this before. It's not really why we got into the business to dig into all this stuff. Maybe it was just announced because he's not going to be visible on the draft day. And
well, fine, I get it. I understand that, but why couldn't it wait a day?
I don't know.
I don't know that whatever problems that they have, and they've obviously got a bunch, that it wouldn't be delayed one more day or what have you. But maybe that the coach isn't as involved in the selection process for the Patriots as other teams.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag BYU.
AJ DeBonsa going on social media to tease a big announcement coming up later this morning, 9:45 Mountain Time, and then he'll be on Instagram Live at 10 o'clock. The assumption is he's going to announce he's going to the NBA draft. Will he do something with some kind of NIL sponsor at the same time? What else might he have planned? Or will it just be really straightforward? Is it something else? Well, stick around, 9:45, 2.5 hours away. We'll all find out together.
Okay.
Kennard Davis Jr.'s DUI charge dismissed during the past BYU season, suspended there for a couple of games. There's a speeding charge, a ticket, and so he's paid that, and now he's on his way. DJ and PK.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top. Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Mesa drills. Nico drives one in the air. Deep left field. It's got a chance. Gone. Nico Horner. Cubs lead 4-1.
Here comes. And it is cranked high in the air, left center field, and that ball is gone. Yes, they count. Ellie has his second home run of the night, his third hit of the game, and it is 12-2 Reds.
Here's pitch. Swing on a deep drive. Right left field and looking up, watching it leave the ballpark. The entirety of this edifice here in Boston. A home run by Giancarlo Stanton, his third. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
And the Yankees go on to beat the Red Sox 4-1. This legendary rivalry, although the Red Sox off to a bad start sitting in last place. And the Yankees rolling in first place. Red Sox hoping to turn it around. It's not been going well. Yankees have now won 5 in a row.
Way to go, Yankees. Giancarlo, who went by Mike when he was younger, hits the ball about as hard as anybody I've ever seen, man.
When he hits that thing, it goes.
Yeah, I saw him hit a home run in Arizona once. I swear I blinked and I missed it.
You heard Cubs highlights in there. Nick Owner, the Cubs do it again. Cubs are rolling. They beat the Phillies 7-2. So 8 straight wins for the Cubs, 8 straight losses for the Phillies. Shohei went out there, PK, and he was sensational on the mound, although, as you like to point out, he's not usually good at the plate when he's on the mound. And he was 0 for 4 with a strikeout at the plate. But on the mound, 6 shutout innings, 5 hits, struck out 7, walked nobody. But the Dodgers didn't score, so the Giants just basically waited him out and then beat the bullpen 3-0 the final. The Giants
Right, he's only going to go 6, it looks like.
Yep.
And I watched the whole game. It was on something network, one baseball network or one of them, I don't remember. But I watched the whole game just to watch him pitch. And, you know, he had his what they call a sweeper these days. The slider was working. Everything was working. And he throws so dang hard as it is that he becomes very difficult to hit. And, yeah, as soon as they took him out, the Giants hit a 3-run homer, and that was all she wrote. And and then there's a story today. I was looking at it this morning about Dave Roberts. You know, what do I want to do when Ohtani pitches? Well, I'll tell you what you want to do. Take him out of the batting lineup. You're basically giving away an inning. It's phenomenal what he does, but this is too much to do on those very days. Just don't. You're better off. They've got this kid rushing who's a backup catcher to Smith, and he's hitting over 400 and mashing the ball. That's
so
your
give
guy.
Him a chance.
Yeah. And you've got other guys too that you can. I really, they're still down with bets out. I understand that, but I think just asking him to do that is just too much. I can remember when I was pitching as a youth that I had no interest in batting those days because you're just thinking that's all you're thinking about is pitching, and to try to change. And I can only imagine at the major league level. You know, occasionally he can do it, but now he's pitching more. He's still not a regular guy, but he's pitching more than he has ever with the Dodgers. So, and baseball is such a data-driven sport that to me it's a no-brainer. Don't have him there. They're talking about maybe move him down the lineup. Yeah, 10th.
You know they've got the data, right? How could they not?
Right, of course they do.
But it comes down to the player's ego and what they want. And
well, Japanese usually are deferred by nature, so I don't think he's going to raise a stink. In the big leagues, they are.
Yeah. With the Dodgers losing and the Padres losing, the red-hot Atlanta Braves have won 7 out of 8. They came 3 down to beat the National. The Braves now with the best record in baseball. And they are hot right now. Michael Harris II, homer and twice. Drive them to victory. DJ and PK.
Hashtag RSL.
Segovia, he'll have a go. A goal, yes! Picks it out, top right corner. What a shot, Telesco Segovia, and Miami has the lead. 50-50 ball headed in the air. Miami has it to the top of the 18. Shot, one time Suarez off the half volley, and he buries it, and Miami doubles the lead, and it looks like they're going to take all 3 points. Real Salt Lake gets shut out. All good things must come to an end. There's the end of the 6-match unbeaten streak. Miami breaking up a scoreless game with 2 late goals, 82nd and 84th minute. RSL had their chances. PK had them early. They were playing really well the opening 10 minutes, had 2 great chances, didn't finish them. Miami got control of that game, and RSL could really never get comfortable again. So,
Rats.
Yes, they've now lost to the second-place team in the West and the second-place team in the East. They're only 2 losses of the year. And right back at it. Sunday, they finish off 3 games in 9 days. They will play the Galaxy in L.A. Sunday at 5 o'clock. Messi had his chances. Should have gotten his first assist of the year, and his teammate just missed the shot, sent it wide. But the crowd was there. One guy ran out on the field so he could hug Messi, stop the game. There's one in every crowd.
Oh, are you doing this from jail this morning?
He's probably locked up somewhere.
No, are you?
Neighbor than Sandy.
I figured that guy was you.
No, that guy was not me.
I didn't know if you were doing it from the slammer this morning.
No, I'm not in the slammer. I stayed up there in my little room there on the 4th floor where I was supposed to be. Didn't go.
Because you're like Otis the drunk on Andy Griffith. You have your own personal cell. You just lock yourself up.
I just come and let myself in.
And, I read something on social media the other day. You know why all those people were happy in Mayberry on the Andy Griffith show?
No, I do not.
Because outside of Otis, none of them were married. Barney wasn't. Aunt Bee wasn't. Andy wasn't. Floyd the Barber wasn't. Goober wasn't. Gomer wasn't. Thelma Lou wasn't. Helen wasn't. There's something to be said for that.
I had never heard that before.
I know.
Thanks for clearing that up decades later. I had never really
I just saw it.
that.
I saw it like 2 days ago. It made me laugh.
Yeah. All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Well, Ryan Smith getting on social media, stirring it up a little bit. Hey, come on down, you Vegas Golden Knight fans with your golden jerseys. You can swap them for a Mammoth jersey for free.
Wouldn't that be come on up from Vegas?
Yeah, I guess so. You're right. You can't come on down from the south to the north. That's coming on up. You're right. My bad. You can't go back west. You can go out west and you can go back east, but that's my bad. It'll be interesting to hear how many people take him up on that. I mean, obviously we didn't have the NHL here, and Vegas won a Stanley Cup, and they're a new thing, and you're a hockey fan, so I can see why some people got on board as Vegas fans here. But now Ryan Smith making sure they have a chance to
I think
swap
0
that
people will
jersey.
take him up on. I think this
Zero?
This is his time to shine, man. Get some attention.
They're back at it tomorrow night with Game 3. Last night, the Flyers in the Battle of Pennsylvania destroying the Penguins 5-2. They lead the series 3-0. Dallas scores in double overtime to beat Minnesota 4-3. They lead the series 2-1. And Anaheim wins in Edmonton, a wild game 6-4. That series tied 1-1. Edmonton, they scored a lot of goals, but they let in a lot of goals too. Will it be their undoing? For one night it was. See when it catches up with them. That's what's trending in this segment, sponsored by Shamrock Plumbing. No job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. All right, coming up, we're talking NFL Draft. Justin Mello covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. He's going to join us at 7:30. Matt Larkin from the Daily Faceoff. We'll talk NHL playoffs. We'll see what he thinks of the first 2 games in the Mammoth Golden Knight series and what he thinks Utah and Vegas will do in Game 3. He's coming up at 8:30, and hopefully we'll talk to Cole Bagley in the 9 o'clock hour. DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.